ask the Cabinet Secretary. Cabinet Secretary indicated that you're open-minded about the structure and wording of defences elsewhere in the bill. One of the key differences between Section 4 of this bill and the existing provision that covers performances in theatre, which is Section 20 of the Public Order Act, is that Section 20 of the Public Order Act contains a whole series of defences, none of which have made it into your bill. Are you open-minded to the bringing in of some defences with regard to the Section 4 offence, or is that something that you're not? Is there a reason for not bringing in defences into Section 4?
So, in short, yes, I'd be open-minded to that. Again, my concern would be similar to what I referenced to Liam Kerr previously, is unintended consequences, particularly when we moved to the intent-only offence. If it's okay, I may bring in Philip Lamont, who's behind me, to talk in a bit more detail around the differences between the 86 Act and now. But in short, the answer to your question would be yes. There's no close-mindedness here, even when I object to particular defences, the dwelling defence in relation to policy or principle. I'm still keeping an open mind to it. But Philip,
before you bring in your official, and just to specify what I mean, in Section 20 of the Public Order Act, it's a defence that the person did not know and had no reason to suspect that the offending words or behaviour were threatening or abusive, that he or she did not know and had no reason to suspect that the circumstances in which the performance would be given would be such that racial hatred would be likely to be stirred up. Those seem to me to be reasonable defences, and they're not in your bill. It must have been a conscious decision as to what Section 4 is it's a transcribing of a current offence from Section 20 of the Public Order Act into this bill, and all of these defences are missing in that transcription. There must have been a reason why you thought that the defences were unnecessary.
Yes, but again, going back to my previous point, and I'll double check this with my officials, but this may well be what would be covered by potentially reasonableness defence. And of course, any court, any sheriff would take into account contextual factors. They would take into account any of those factors in relation to somebody's intent or indeed otherwise. When it comes to
the reasonableness defence isn't in this section. The reasonableness defence pertains to offences in Section 3 and Section 5, but not to offences in Section 4. It's a big omission.
What I mean is, and what I'm saying is similar to my answer to Liam Kerr, that any sheriff, any judge would take into account a whole range of contextual factors. Now, if your argument back is that those contextual factors should be in the face of the bill as they were in the 1986 Act, that's something I'm saying to you I'm not close-minded to. Okay. But as a matter of point and principle, I think any sheriff, any judge would look at those contextual factors. But I don't know if Philip wants to add anything further to that.
Not too much to add. Obviously, Section 4, the culpability only applies if an offence is also committed under Section 3. It requires a Section 3 offence, probably by the performer, in order to open the door to a Section 4 offence. So there is a reasonableness defence in Section 3, but I think it is right, as the Cabinet Secretary said, that we're open-minded to consider whether there does need to be something further there, either some prescriptive defences or actually just ensuring that the reasonableness defence, which would, in our view, capture the type of defences that are in the 86 Act already, in a general way, might need to be applied more directly to Section 4.